Check this stuff out, guys. Guys, this is Devin Range. This man, owner, operator, extraordinaire. This guy travels a ton, so he's out with Running Village t-shirt everywhere and living the life of a rock star. But he does work for his money anyway. This is his Nano, and the band for this Nano is a brand called TikTok.
Yep.
Right? And this is running the Nike Plus Fitness app. And essentially, tell us about it.
Well, basically, for those of you who have smartphones and have been running with those, for years and years, you're familiar with how the apps work, right? So it's the same Nike Plus app that you use on your smartphone, but for anybody who has a Nano, they know that it comes preloaded with that app in there. So what's great about this app with this watch is that I can actually use it in the same capacity. So I literally just navigate over to it, touch screen Nano. I pick which one of my categories I want to run with here. So let's say that I'm going to run. Has all these different categories, so I can base it on distance, calorie, time. For the sake of argument, we'll just say we're going to do a basic run. Then I have the ability to tie into my music player. So I can tie into a playlist that I have pre-put together, or I can do a Genius Mix, which is great. So for those of you who are familiar with iTunes, you go into and you select one song, and it builds a playlist on the fly for you. And then you literally just select it and go. And actually, the technology, the way I understand it, it works more like a pedometer with the Nano as opposed to on your app that's going to use your GPS signal, but which is also going to use your data, it's going to use your minutes, it's going to do all those things. So what I found is that this app, ironically enough, is pretty insanely accurate.
And you calibrated it on a track.
Yep. Had to go out the first time. It comes pre-calibrated, obviously.
Don't do that, people. Calibrate it.
Yeah. So I took it actually to just a local track here, and I went one lap, made sure that came in fairly accurate. Then I did an 800 in a mile and made sure, and it has been insanely accurate.
You ran a 5K this last weekend, 3.19 you said.
3.19.
And that's not running the tangents because there's 1,000 people, so it's super accurate.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously for me, I'm using it all over on routes that I don't know how far they are, and even when I'm back home, using it on routes that I do know pretty well. And it seems to have held up pretty well.
So no mapping capabilities. But it's because it's not GPS. But if you're wanting speed and distance, and you have a Nano, and let's show them, you have the $80 version of the band, which screws in, so it's a little more. Yeah,
so this one is a little bit more protected. So this particular company called TikTok, it's TikTok, and I'm not sure, to be honest with you, I'm not sure where they're out of. But what they do is they actually produce a $40 version of this, where your Nano, I believe the kind of carrier here is plastic, and it just kind of snaps in there. And I think that one retails for about $40. This one, as you can see, it actually comes with an Allen wrench when you get it, and these two metal pieces actually slide in over your Nano, so it's got a little bit more protection. And I thought for me, for $100. I was like, let me just step up and make sure that it's protected. And, I mean, the durability has been great. So,
and then you got your music, and so we were talking, you look at that Motorola, Bluetooth is one of the features people like. You guys think that Apple's not working on that. Be ready. So, pretty cool, and stuff that, I haven't really played with. I'm not that techie. I'm not running with music usually.
Right. Well, and, and the cool part of this is that for those people who have maybe used like a Nike app on their phones, what's cool about this is that when you plug it into
it's a watch.
Yeah, it's a watch, but when you plug it into your computer, it will sync right up with your Nike Plus account. So, I mean, it's about as seamless as you can get. So, does it have a true mapping function like you would get from a smartphone, like on the fly? No, but when you plug it in, it will generically map the route that you went.
It does.
What it does is it bases it on other routes that you've done in Nike Plus. So it basically is just going to be a distance function, more like a pedometer, but tying into that Nike Plus account is really kind of cool.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things that I looked at it and I saw Stacy's review and heard the dollars adding up in my head, and all said and done, I think it was about $410 just to get some of the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I mean, reality, it fits every generation. Well, not every. I shouldn't say every generation. At least the last two generations of Nanos. So for those people who maybe had got one of those and it's just sitting around in a drawer somewhere, you know, this is something where you can kind of give it new life. And, you know, so brand new Nano at 8 gigs, I think is about $150, plus this $80 TikTok watch attachment puts you at $230. And for $230, I would say I've easily gotten $230 out of it already.
A lot of functionality.
Yeah.
With the Nike Plus apps and stuff, and
yeah.
the programming. So cool, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thanks.